Hey guys, it's supposed to be summer. It's not too bad, it's just been raining non-stop. I do have a little umbrella in my bag, the wind's not that bad, but Daniel can also come rescue me if I need to. It's just the book fair is about a 5 to 10 minute walk from my house, so I really wanted to walk it. It's lovely. It's only fiction this year because we're still having work done at the usual venue that they do the book fairs at. Going through a puddle. It's not big enough, the one that they're at right now, to have non-fiction. But every time that I've been, I think this is the third one that's being held here, something like that, I have found sneaky non-fictions. So let's see if we can go 3 for 3 and find some sneaky non-fictions, because that's the main reason why I love to go to these book fairs. I'm not in a big enough area that they have a lot of fiction that I'm interested in, so I love to get the non-fiction. It's always something different that I never would have thought of picking up, and it's also a lot cheaper than trying stuff, especially when I'm such a new non-fiction reader. It's always been a dream of mine to be able to walk to things. I've lived in this area my whole life, but I lived in a much smaller area. It's just a locality, no towns or anything like that, and the nearest shops were a 10-minute drive away. So it was always a dream of mine to be able to walk to stuff, and now I live in town. And it is so nice that I don't do it all the time, but on occasion we do walk to things, which is super fun, and it just like fulfills a childhood dream of mine, the fact that I'm walking to go get books now too. I'm very aware that I'm going to carry them back, so I've got a backpack. Usually I get about 5, I can carry that back, so look at that sky, so pretty. So good. I got so many things. Oh, it's ridiculous. Ah, dear. But it was so fun. Stopping for a break. Oh, I'm glad it's only, I'll have to like time it, but I'm glad it's probably about a 7-minute walk, something like that. But let me show you what I got. Got this whole bag. And what's in there? A lot of chunkies and about 4 or 5 in my backpack. Hey guys, I'm back. It is now a little bit later. I've had a nap and it is now quiet time. I've got a little helper here. He's not going to go on camera to protect him, but he's going to hand me each book for as long as he is amused.
This one is my favourite.
Is it? It's called Heaven's Net is Wide. It's Tales of the Autori, the first book. I have never heard it before, but the cover itself captivated me. It looks like an ex-library book. Hopefully I can get rid of the texture mark there. I don't care that there's library marks on it. I actually think they're pretty cool, but I just don't want the texture on the front. There was actually a lot of fiction that I really wanted, but what sold me on it is that reading the blurb, it said at the bottom that it's in medieval China, and I really like to read some books that are in medieval times in different cultures, not just England. Hopefully it's going to be a really great book and series that I've never heard of before. Next one, Chicky Babe. Okay, that's fine. The next one is Desert Flower by Waris Diary and Kathleen Miller, which I guess is like the editor or the translator or something like that. This is about a woman from Somalia in Africa. She ran away from her family at the age of 12 because her father arranged a marriage to a 60-year-old stranger, and she ends up getting to London and is discovered by a fashion photographer, then builds a new life for herself, but she always carries the harsh memory and real pain of an ancient custom. It's got a name in it. I love getting secondhand books that have got details in them, so I'm really excited for that. This one is a non-fiction, The First Fleet by Rob Mundell. The spine first grabbed me, which is a lot of what grabs me in these books. They're spine down, as you would have seen in the clip, but then I had a look at it and saw that it was non-fiction. This is compelling for me as well. The tagline is 11 ships, 1,420 souls, 17,000 nautical miles, 252 days at sea, bound for Botany Bay. And it's just, to me, it's so chilly. Most of these covers are going to be drop dead gorgeous because that's what has grabbed most of them. Some of them I did already know, or I know the author, but the covers, man, is what draws me in. I opened it as well. I was a little bit like, and saw the map and was like, oh no, this is coming home with me. I don't know whether it's going to be, hopefully, an interesting non-fiction, but I've heard nothing about it. But I just love a good map. It's got photographs in the middle as well. I found Strange the Dreamer by Laini Taylor, which I have heard about before. I wasn't particularly interested, mainly because I hadn't heard anybody describe it. It's like that I missed when people were first introducing it, and then by the time that I actually do remember people talking about it, it was so popular that it was one of these books that sometimes is never talked about. But when I was looking into books about Atlantis, this is a similar story to Atlantis. Even just reading the first line, it says, Laszlo Strange, war author and junior librarian, has been obsessed with the mythical lost city of Weep for as long as he can remember, but it would take someone bolder than he to cross half the world in search of it. So, like, that screams Atlantis to me. I'm just going to pick up random stuff. Actually, I want to start from this film. Oh, okay. Minette Walters, The Swift and the Harrier. I thought she only had one other historical fiction out, but apparently she also has this one out, but I don't remember seeing it on her website. Whether I just looked at the cover and went, nah, that's not going to be one. Because of how striking and interesting I found the cover in person, I had a look on the back, and it is a historical fiction. Now I'm super excited to read something else from this author in a historical time. Set in Dorset in 1642, bloody civil war breaks out between the king and parliament. Families and communities across England are driven by different alliances. A rare few choose neutrality, one such as Jane Swift, a Dorset physician from a royalist family who offers her services to both sides in the conflict. I love books about medical stuff. I find it really fascinating if the main character is something in the medical profession and it's historical, and I'm super keen. Okay, what's next? Oh, okay, this is the second book that I picked up, Search for Eve. Now, I saw this and I was compelled by it, but I thought it was going to be fiction, so I was like, I'll have a look just in case. And it's not! Search for Eve by Michael H. Brown. Have scientists found the mother of us all? It's non-fiction. A group of scientists in 1987 announced that they have solved anthropology's greatest mystery, the origin of modern man. And so through DNA samples, they're convinced that they've found a woman who lived in Africa more than 200,000 years ago, and that she's everyone's common ancestor. She's the first woman who evolved into more of the modern day man. It still, I believe, follows the fact that we have evolved from apes, but it pinpoints the modern one. And it seems like it's a story telling the journey of how the scientists discovered this and then what the world thought and all that kind of thing. So I'm hoping that should be really good. A bit 50-50 on whether it's going to be boring or not. Apparently, though, it is written by investigative journalists. Michael H. Brown is an investigative journalist. A little bit daunting, but ultimately, if it's good, it should be a really interesting read. I will jump on then to the next one. This is the first book that I picked up, but I'm less excited about this one. I'll sometimes do that with the first book. I might pick up something just to pick it up. It's called The Invisible Universe by Matthew Bothwell, and it's why there's more to reality than meets the eye. And it's all about the parts of the universe that we cannot see. Galaxies that we can't see, cosmic prehistory, black holes, and supernovas. He's a dazzling new voice in popular science, and the fact that it's popular science, hopefully that means it's written in a way that's a bit more easily digestible for the average person that does not have a scientific background. I love that the book fair opens my mind to all these different non-fictions that, because they're so expensive, I probably would never pick up any of these when you're at a bookstore. But I literally got all of these for $50. Otherwise it's $3 a book, but if you fill a bag you can just have it for $50. One of the lady at the stall told me that she had a woman that made her pull them all out and count them, convinced that she was going to have less than $50 worth, and she ended up with $48. This was a really good book fair. Half made, I say made a friend. I didn't actually make a friend. That's a colloquialism that is said sometimes in Australia to say that you've made a friend when you've just had this connection with someone, but I'll never probably see this woman again. It was the books here and I was here and she was on one side. I had a bit of eye contact and I saw that she'd picked up Mal's Last Dancer, which I've read as well, and I said, oh, Mal's Last Dancer is really good, and she's like, yeah, I've seen it a lot before and I just haven't read it until then, and I was like, yeah, it's really popular, and then we went on our ways. And then my stack's growing, and so when I was towards the back of the hall and my stack's this high, she had a laugh and she's like, oh, you're piling up there. I went and put my stack down at the cash register because I saw earlier she had heaps and then she only had a couple books in her hand then, and I was like, oh, that's a really good idea. And off we went. So that was a really nice interaction. I'm proud of myself because it wouldn't have happened if I hadn't have spoke first. What's next in the mystery bag? Oh!
Hey, Mom.
Yes, baby. Oh, have you hidden Macy's Jolly Jumper?
Yes, because I made it to be hidden so anything can't get it.
Okay, alright, nothing can get it. Next one I picked up is a romantasy. I'm hoping it's an adult one, and I'm thinking it is because it's a rich, dark love story inspired by Beauty and the Beast and the myth of Hades and Persephone. The cover drew me. The North Wind by Alexandria Warwick. Has anybody read this one? The tagline is, a mortal woman, an ageless god, a union that will save the world or destroy it. The fact that it's dark, I'm hoping that that means adult romance. It seems like it's a romantasy.
Get it up.
Ooh, there's the map. Woohoo! Love a good map. And then it's got a really pretty... Super excited about that one too. That was a really good find. There was a lot more books there than what there normally is in genres that I enjoy. I heard them chatting as well about they're trying to work out how to get more young people interested in the book fair. This is a big hardback. Oh, I know what it is. A Suitable Boy by Vikram Seth. I heard about this book because I was reading a book about writers. A bunch of writers put in their own writing advice, and Vikram Seth did one as well, and it also had an excerpt from each of their books.
Mama, I want my snakes and ladders.
I found the excerpt for this really interesting. It's a multi-generational Indian story. I really like the idea of following a family and a bunch of different people because I'd never really read anything epic like that before until I read Come Follett. So I've had this on my list really hoping that it was going to be good and that I'd liked that piece of Vikram's writing. It is a bloody hefty book, but I'm really happy to have it in hardback. It's not necessarily the prettiest cover, but I think it'll be a much nicer reading experience for me than reading it in paperback. That bag is empty. Last stack of books. Got The Luminaries by Eleanor Catton. This one, for some reason, the cover makes me think that it's fantasy, but I don't think it is. I have seen The Luminaries around, but I don't know what it's about. I did read the blurb. I didn't know that it was on the New Zealand Goldfields, which is really cool. Not the nicest cover, it's really worn. I don't really mind. I kind of am excited to put my own mark on it. I'm thinking that this is something I will highlight and annotate, and hopefully being a Man Booker Prize winner, it should have some really good lines in it to highlight. What do we got next? Oh, okay, so we got a thriller, Don't Say His Name. Now, I don't often pick thrillers up from the book fair anymore because I've found I'll buy them at the book fair and then I'll lose interest in them and unhaul them before I've actually read them. So I don't often pick them up, but this one is in Australia and I really like thrillers set in Australia now. It is something that I almost exclusively right now only want to read Australian thrillers. The back of the book had a lot of promise until we got some of the ways down it, and then I was a little bit less interested, but I'm like, don't think about it, just go into it, and hopefully it's really good. And the cover itself, it's fascinating. That's a sand dune of a beach in the dark. I actually didn't know that it was going to be at a beachy Australian town, and you can see it a bit more on the back. Oh yes, okay. To Sleep in a Sea of Stars by Christopher Paolini. I couldn't believe my luck when I saw this one. I am feeling a little bit meh now on Christopher Paolini, which is super sad. It's really silly because the record with me enjoying his writing is positive. It's good. It's more than average. I have read the entire Inheritance cycle. I've read the short story collection, Fork, the Witch and the Worm, thank you bookshelf, and then I was super keen to read Murtagh and it was boring and it dragged on. That's made me a little bit wary now. I'm hoping that being a new series, maybe the writing is, or the plot is more interesting than it was in Murtagh. Rightio, how many books? How many books have we got? Let's give it a count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Wow. Crazy. I'd love to hold them all up for the thumbnail, but I don't know if that's gonna be. Let's put that one up there. I'm trying to turn it. Go back down. I don't know where they're all going to go now. Look at them. Stunners. All of them. Thank you guys so much for checking out my video. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. And, what is one of your favourite books that you got from a book fair? What's like the most favourite book that you got from a book fair ever? And if you would like to comment something and you don't know what to comment, then please comment a stack of book emojis. I think that is appropriate. Or even a nature emoji as well. That's appropriate too, because I had a lovely walk. And it was a bit of a longer walk back. It was not quite as enjoyable, but I made it. Bye.